Without wasting any time, I really want to get into this review because I need to get ready to go on tour with the Geeks in Japan. So let's get into this. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Matt from Diazable, and I am coming at you with a new music review. That's right, I do music reviews. It's cool, it's fun, yeah. Today, I'm checking out a band called Nuff Said with their debut EP, A Real Perspective. You most likely don't know about this band unless you're in the hardcore scene, but if you aren't, this is a hardcore band based out of Michigan, and they've been around for about 7-ish months. They started because all the members in this band are in another band called Gripthumb, which is more like a shoegazy alternative band. Check them out. And the members were all like, yo, we want to make harder music. We all like making music together. Let's make something harder. And then boom, Nuff Said was born. And this is their first EP. And I got in touch with these guys because I do, reviews. I started my own clothing brand. I did a pop-up, well, not pop-up, but I was a vendor at Tie Down Fest in 2024. I'm trying to be involved in the scene as much as possible. And through my actions of being in the scene here and there as much as I can, the vocalist was able to, I'm pretty sure it's the vocalist, if not one of the members of the band, kept in tabs on me and my doings, and say, hey, keep doing the reviews and keep doing what you're doing. So I really appreciate the encouragement they given me. So I was really excited when they told me they were dropping an EP this year. So this is my thoughts on it, and I'm excited to talk. And I gotta say, this debut from this band, Nuff Said, is just a gut punch to the stomach in the best possible way. The EP delivers a combination of hard-hitting drums, gritty riffs, and deeply expressive vocals, all wrapped up in a very atmospheric, unfiltered, aggressive sound. This is the kind of music that demands movement, whether that's headbanging in your room, headbanging at the show, stage diving, moshing in the pit. It just clicks with you and you're just ready to demolish things. If there's one thing that sticks out about this band, I gotta give it up to the drums. They are just phenomenal on here. Specifically the kick drum here. It has an absurd level of punchiness that, just cuts through the mix and just adds a lot of, it adds a depth to all the songs to make them sound very massive and huge. Songs like On Your Own and Cold Water just show how much weight they bring to the table, with just how physically impactful they feel. Because when you're listening to it, you feel those kick drums just boom, boom, hitting your ears in the best way. So here's a clip of On Your Own so you get a sense of just how deep that kick drum and just overall the drumming sounds. The man's got skills behind the kit. It's not just heaviness that the drummer is bringing here. He's bringing an undeniable amount of groove to their songs that keeps everything locked in and quite dynamic. The guitar work on this EP just has a very raw, gritty, and like a very fully static like crunch to it. So it makes you want to just like break stuff and just destroy things around you with just how raw and fun it sounds. Good examples of some groovy and like that static crunch like riffs they have here is on the opener Nuff Said and Cold Water, because they really stand out here with just the riffs, but also they are incredibly effective in just their presentation, while also at times, I wanted to say like I got a little bit of like new metal riffing here, but it's like very mild, and overall it has a very lean and visceral energy to it. So they're doing a really good job on the riffs. So here's a clip of Nuff Said for you, so you get a sense of those staticky, like crunchy guitars they have. You just can't help but want to destroy stuff around you when you hear these riffs. The simple guitar work here really works in the band's favor by, letting the guitars breathe and hit harder than being overly complicated with like different guitar scalings or technical playing. They're keeping it simple here, and it's just effective and it sounds great. And throughout the EP, the bass playing on this EP is kind of subtle and kind of laying in the cut in terms of the mix. But there are some key moments where the bass really feels prominent and adds a lot of weight to the songs. Songs like On Your Own and Cold Water really benefit from the thick bass playing. They add a lot of weight while complementing the drumming here as well. And when the bass really does take center stage, like on the song Cold Water, there's a moment in that song where like everything kind of drops really heavy, and it's just a big critical force that sounds it's just impressive. You can't ignore how dope it sounds. Vocally, the EP leans more into raw emotional delivery in the vocals. With how the songs are written in terms of the lyrics and the vocal tones here, I feel like they carry a sincere, genuine feeling of pain and frustration with the words that are being said here and just the things they are singing about. Tracks like On Your Own and Soulless Child are very striking because they have a very good vocal performance here that feels both aggressive yet also deeply personal. Like on the track Soulless Child, I was really surprised that they had like a haunting choir backing up the band, and it was really cool because it made the track feel a little bit more like emotional and adding to the overall atmospheric intensity. Like it's just very subtle, but it adds a lot to the song. It really elevates Soulless Child to be a very impressive song. Then there's an absolute curveball that I was not expecting on this EP because they sample one of my favorite city pop songs of all time, which, if you're into city pop, everyone knows this song. And if you don't know, city pop is like 80s, 90s Japanese like music that was in like animes and just in popular culture at the time. But they sampled Stay With Me by Miki Matsubara. I'm really bad with Japanese names. And when I heard that, I legitimately like wanted to mosh my ass off on the train. I was on the subway in Korea on Seoul going to work, and I legitimately was like, I want to throw down right now. My jaw was just like on the floor. I was like, what is this? This might be the best thing I've ever heard. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite tracks of 2025. They knocked it out of the park with this random like sample. So I gotta show you guys it. It's impressive. So here it is. Stay with me. Like, who thinks of that? That's fucking genius. The contrast between the smooth, nostalgic sample and the band's just overall crushing heaviness, it just works, and it proves like, yo, Nuff Said, they're willing to take risks and they pay off really well, and they are dope with these experimental weird takes they're going with. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, there's only one minor nitpick I would have about this EP. It's super small, and when I listen to my when I do my reviews, it's all based off of one listen. And on the first opening track here, Nuff Said, there's this part where he screams or he says like two-step, kind of giving instructions to everyone to two-step, which in hardcore terms is just a simple skanking, two-stepping. And something about that, it just, during a live setting, doing that stuff, it's cool. I love it. It's awesome. But on recording, it feels a little bit forced, a little bit cheesy. And it's like I said, it's a small nitpick. Like if you are into this music, you kind of already know that the two-step is going to come, or you feel it coming. And I felt like it was a bit of an unnecessary instruction. I feel like it's a dumb nitpick, but that was like the only thing I could say that, bothered me a little bit about the EP. But everything, the production on here is clear and crisp. The writing's awesome. The drums kick hard. The vocals from the main vocalist and the guest vocalist kick really hard. I forgot to talk about the guest vocalist. He comes in nicely on the song Cold Water, and he fits in nicely. He kills it on his feature. The bass is very subtle, and when it needs to come in, it comes in hard. Guitars are gritty. Everything on here is pretty dope. It's phenomenal. And whether you're into like pit ready songs that are just going to make you want to mosh hard and just go crazy, or a little bit more emotionally charged songs that they're going to make you feel a little bit, I think Nuff Said have done everything they could to just craft a really great debut here that caters to a lot of people in the hardcore scene who want a little emotional depth, who want a little bit of hardness, and just overall just want some heavy stuff, whether it's pitting stuff or emotional stuff, it's heavy, it's great. And I gotta say, Nuff Said with my review. I gotta give it up to the boys. It's a good and solid 9.5 out of 10. Links down below. Check out Nuff Said. I'm Matt from Diazable. Thanks for coming on by. And like always, see you in the pit.